What's up everyone, it's the GTG coming to you from the UK all the way to the NYC. And welcome to this week's Growtaller video. Thank you for commenting on last week's video. And the top question was, does heavy weightlifting affect not only growth, but torso growth? I don't know why they put torso growth, because would you not be mad about the legs as well? Or I don't know why they put torso growth, but what I'm assuming that everybody means is, will you lose height, whether in your legs or your torso, from doing heavy weights? Now, in summary, there is arguments for and against this. For example, Arnold Schwarzenegger, biggest name in bodybuilding, he actually started bodybuilding from the age of 13 to 14, and I'm pretty sure during the age of 13 to 14 up until the age of 20, I'm sure he will have done some heavy compound movements. Now, it hasn't affected his height, and there are plenty of examples of people where it hasn't affected their height, although there are people such as gymnasts, people who have done weights from a very young age, where you can obviously tell that by doing heavy weights it really has stunted and affected their height. So, just to kind of let you know where I stand on this, what I'm going to say is, I was very aware of people stunting the growth. I don't know why, but for some reason when I was younger, it was quite talked about, to be honest. It was quite a heavy topic. A lot of people did say, and especially parents as well, did say to the children, don't do weights, it will stunt your growth. I don't know why it seemed to get all around my kind of groups of friends and everyone, but everyone seemed to be talking about it. So I never did. I was always worried that potentially I would stunt my height by doing any kind of heavy weights before the age of 18, for example. So purposefully, I did not do any weights up until a week before my 18th birthday. But coincidentally, I actually grew 6 inches when I was 18, so after I started weights. So it's such a hard topic to do, this one, because there's so many arguments for and there's so many arguments against. And as well, for me personally, another reason that really backs up the fact that I didn't want to do weights before the age of 18 was that I saw a guy in school who is pretty much the same height now, who started weights when he was about 13, 14, and oh yeah, in school he was like proper hench, he was huge, but now he seems quite small compared to how he was back then. So and he definitely stunted his growth, and I feel like he knows that as well, because I've seen him like in the past couple of years and said hello to him in the shops and stuff, and I do feel like he's kind of a little bit gutted and a little bit resentful that he did start the weights so soon into his teenage years. So I am going to give you 3 points to remember, and 3 things that me personally I just think you should do, because no one really knows for sure whether doing heavy weights. Oh, by the way, when I say heavy weights, I'm talking about heavy deadlift, heavy squats, heavy military press. The guy at school was actually doing a lot of heavy chest press, but anything whereby you are doing a 1 rep max, or maybe you can only push out 3 to 4 reps, to me that's something I would see as a heavy weight. And also shrugs as well. And I think when people have asked this question, they're saying it in comparison to any kind of weight that is gonna pull you down towards the ground. Anything that's gonna, because obviously during the day you actually lose height naturally anyway. You know, it's just the effect of gravity on your body. When you first wake up in the morning, that's why people have morning height and evening height. So it seems logical that anything that's really heavy, pulling the body down, so if you're holding a a squat rack and it's pushing you down, and you're having to battle against the squat bar, Olympic bar, to push it back up, then obviously, logically you think, yeah, that's going to make you shrink, that's going to make you shorter. So my advice number 1, avoid doing heavy weights before the age of 18. Now, I know I'm speaking from personal preference, but I do believe by the age of 18, you've come into your own. I know that people still grow taller after the age of 18, but I just feel like if you can avoid doing any kind of heavy weight training before the age of 18, do it. Try and avoid it if you can. We don't want to develop the muscles too soon so that it doesn't give chance for your bones to, I'm going to say, kind of grow into your own skin, but yeah. So no weights before 18. Point number 2, if you are intent and determined to do weights before the age of 18, then I would say just go light, go for reps, go for anywhere between, go with a weight that's comfortable from 12 to 25 reps. If you're doing that kind of rep range, I don't feel as though that kind of weight is really going to affect your height. Advice number 3, stretch afterwards. I can't remember who told me this, but I remember back when I used to go to a gym called Total Fitness. Oh, Total Fitness was a good gym. Anyway, there was a guy who was probably about 6'5", and he was massive. He was big horizontally, he was big vertically, and I just remember him saying to me, strong muscle is a longer muscle. And I asked him to elaborate, and he just said, listen, if you're doing weights, you need to stretch afterwards, because if you're stretching out the muscles, you're going to reach your full potential, and also you're going to prevent injury. There's loads of benefits to stretching. Why not? While your muscles are warm, while you've done all your exercises, while you've done your weight session, just spend 10 to 15 minutes stretching off afterwards, and you will reap the benefits. So that's my advice number 3, stretch afterwards, especially the area that you want, well, the area that you have been training. Thanks for watching. You've been watching the Grow Taller Guru YouTube channel. Please like, comment and subscribe, and if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments box. We really appreciate your feedback. Take care, see you next time.